How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Hmm. How? How? I don't know how they did it. I don't know how. All they had to do was make the right decisions. Just instead of just jacking up dumb shots. Instead, instead of jacking up a bunch of dumb shot back to back, rushing their threes over and over and over, and giving the ball up, giving the game up, and I don't know how they did it. It's never been done before. Not in the finals. They were up 29 points. 29. 29 points. They were primed to tie the series up. And in choke fashion, you know, just gave the whole game away, and now they're down 3-1. Like, I don't have a dog in this fight. I just wanted to go to 7 games. That's all I want. I just wanted to go to 7 games. Have as much basketball as possible. So in some of these games that they play, I like when they go on longer. I like when it's an overtime game. But the specific team that is down in the series, for them to win. That's the thing. Now, the only way the Knicks could be down in this series at this point is they lose the whole thing because they're up 3-1. So the only way to have them down in the series is lose 4-3, So I'm going to be rooting for the Spurs the next 3 games because I wanted to go to 7. And if they are for the next 2 games, actually, to tie the series up. And then whoever wins game 7 wins the whole thing, obviously. But that's not what I'm here for. I was just like, I don't know what happened with them. But I also wanted to talk about 2 other things. The next thing is Scary Movie. I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that, but I did enjoy myself. I did like it. There was good, like really, really funny parts. And then there were parts where I was like, yeah. But overall, I enjoyed myself. I thought it was funny. They put their foot into it. They put their foot with toe jam and all this and all the bunions and all of that. They put all the whole foot in it, the whole thing in it. So yeah, it was a good movie, I say. Now I know some folks who had a difference of opinion that thought it was okay, thought it was but I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself. I liked it. I liked it. That's all for that. And the last thing I want to say, which is what the whole video is about, is, give me 1 second. What I wanted to say was, this is a mental health video. That's what this is. In support of, obviously being a male, especially a black male, we go through a lot. But this is men's mental health month. So I had to do a video on that. But this one is, so I saw a video a little bit ago that was talking about, he thought about, he had like ideations. If you know what ideations are, it's like thoughts, like extreme thoughts of self-deletion type of thing. So when he thought out loud, he was saying he was thinking out loud. His uncle, his uncle said, "How do you think it would be if you did end up going through with it? Do you think How do you think that everybody else would be? Do you think they'd be better off without you? Do you think they'd be well off? You think they'd be better? You have friends, family, loved ones who care about you, who love you." And then I thought to myself, yes, that's nice in theory. That's nice in theory. Um, like he was on the, like his heart was in the right place. But I do think that it's not always just black and white. I do think that there's times where, a lot of times when people go through this, it's you telling them about their loved ones, like having them loved ones and care about them. Sometimes that does nothing but put them in a deeper state, because then it's like, I can't really come to you because you're going to try to guilt me. It's it becomes a, you don't think I've thought of the people I cared about a million times in my head? You don't think I've thought about that? You don't think that's what's got me to this, that's what's kept me here to this moment? You don't think I've thought of it a million different times, that I have people who care about me, people who love me, people who are there? It's like like that's the thing that you shouldn't say to somebody who's going through that, because all it's gonna do is drive them away from you, because all you're gonna do is guilt them, and you're not gonna hear it from them. They're only going to be like pushing away from you, telling you have all of this stuff, you should be grateful and all that stuff. That stuff that doesn't change it. That doesn't change things. That doesn't make the thoughts go away. That doesn't make the stuff go away. You don't think they were thinking in their head, I have all of this stuff, so why am I feeling like this? Why am I so frustrated? Why am I so irritated? Or why am I in so much pain? I have all this stuff that I care about, the stuff that's people that care about me, people that love me. You don't think all of these things, you don't think that they've thought of these things a million times while battling against those thoughts? You don't think they've thought of those things? You don't think they've thought of that? And so you're going to tell them that they should be grateful for all this stuff, all of that, when they fight, when you don't know how much they go through, how much is in their head, how much they deal with mentally. You don't know any of that stuff, but you're just going to tell them, suck it up, be grateful, be all that stuff, when none of that helps. And they end up just trying to figure it out on their own, because they feel like people don't understand. They're just gonna treat it as if it's as if you're just making stuff up or like you're just making excuses, you know. And that's kind of one of it's kind of it's kind of frustrating when you hear that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they're not really open enough to really, I guess, have empathy to like understand, because they haven't been through it themselves. So they don't know all the stuff that goes that is in the person's mind that deals with that. They don't know all of that stuff because they are trying to tell you, stuff it away. Like, why do you think like that? Like there's something like wrong with you. Like you're just being a baby or whatever. And, you know, and then it makes you not want to say anything to them, and you get silent. You try to figure it out on your own, and you deal with it daily on your own without telling them, because you know what they're going to say. You're saying it a million times in your head that you know they're going to say it, and then when you talk to them to give them a chance, they say that exact thing. And so you don't even want to express it to them. But that's how it is if you deal with that. Some people, they deal with it for years upon years upon years. Some people, it'll be like a time of the year that they deal with it. Some people, they have it once and don't have it for a long time after. And some people go through life barely experiencing it. But everybody will deal with it at some point. And the people that say it, they just get tired, and they get tired. And if you come from a country that doesn't express that type of thing, they tell you to just ignore it, push it away, don't say anything about it. And you just end up, going down an even darker road than what is anticipated. So it's tough when you go through it. When you're in that space, it is very, very tough. It's very tough to deal with things, because when you're in that space, it feels like you're never gonna get out of it. It feels like you're never gonna get out of it. Like you're in it for an eternity, and days feel like years, even decades. So for you to get through a day, in your mind, you feel like, and then and the people around you, or some people are telling you, like when something happened a week ago, they're telling you it's only been a week. But then you're thinking it's been like 100 years. Like that was 100 years ago. But then when you're looking back, it doesn't seem like that long at that time. But you're like, I'm not trying to go back there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is at times. When your mind is on overdrive, like you're going through it for, it feels like ages, when it's only been 10 minutes. That is how it is at those times. And there's times where it's very manageable, where it's just a thing you're dealing with. It's a thing you're dealing with. And then there's times where it can be unbearable at times. So keep an eye out for the ones that you love, for the ones that you love. You know, extend an open hand to them because you don't know what they're dealing with. Keep in touch with them. Don't tell them to suck it up. You know, don't tell them that there's people that care about them and they should be appreciative. Don't tell them that. If they're going through that, don't tell them that. You know, unless they ask you, unless they ask for that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful how you treat them. And then it's hard for you to be able to say it to somebody if you've never been through it yourself. You know? So that's all I'm gonna say in this subject. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably gonna watch one of the World Cup games tomorrow. I'm gonna have fun with the fellas, and you know that'll be it. But this was a longer video than I intended. Most of these videos are supposed to be like 4 to 5 to maybe 6 to 8 minutes, something like that. But this is a deep one for me and for people that have experienced it or that have dealt with it, or you know. So I have to just, you know, have that there. Now, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.